morning, OHS. I would like to welcome you to the next edition of the 315. I'm Steven.
And I'm Dakota.
So, Dakota, have you gotten your college applications in yet?
I actually haven't. The whole process is really stressing me out.
Well, you're in luck. The counselors are holding help sessions Mondays and Thursdays in the library during lunch periods.
That's awesome. Let's send it to Sam and Gavin for more information about that.
For the past couple of days, Oswego High School guidance counselors have been working with students to help them find the right college. We recently caught up with Mrs. Roman to get more information about this.
What I think students struggle the most with the college process is getting a lot of information sorted and making sense. I think it can be overwhelming, and I think we tried our best to just encourage students to start early and just try to remain calm and try to be as organized as possible in sorting the information out. Certainly talking to their counselor at school, talking to family members at home can be helpful too. But just trying to decide where to apply and then just getting started. These sessions that we designed this year are made to help students to break the process down over a month's time, a couple times a week, so that students can, if they want to, can come in for a half hour at a time and just chip away at it in addition to what they're doing at home. What will we be doing in these help sessions? We will be assisting students one-on-one as they come in and whatever specific questions they have. And we might also take time if someone comes in and doesn't really have a place to start. We'll be gearing them toward Naviance, getting them on, maybe just having them look at the OHS Succeed survey and or input their colleges, really just meeting the student wherever they are. And that's really our goal, is to meet students where they are and take them forward. And any advice for students who haven't started their applications yet is just to begin. We want you to get started now. Certainly, we would like students to have their applications done and submitted by Thanksgiving if possible, but that's a guideline. So it's being aware of deadlines and really just starting and doing the research for yourself. And you can only make things better by starting now. So.
Reporting from WBUC, this is Dakota, Sam, and Gavin, signing off.
Wow, looks like students should take full advantage of that opportunity.
I agree. So you can't believe everything you hear on the news, right?
Yeah, I don't mess with that fake news.
Well, luckily, Monica, Joan, and Alec have some legit news coverage. Let's send it to them.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a new show we have here at WBUC, where we bring you all the latest news from around the world. Let's see how much the brilliant students of OHS know about today's events. What are your thoughts about students not being able to drive to school anymore and they either have to ride the bus or get a ride from their parents?
I think it is just completely unfair. If we have a car, we should be able to drive it. And the buses are grimy, they're gross, and half the time they're late. So we should be able to drive.
Will you still drive to school and park in the parking lot?
Most definitely. If I get a ticket, I get a ticket. I'll get out of it.
Okay, thank you. What are your thoughts about Oswego becoming a private school next year?
Well, I feel like as though that if we switch to a private school, things might change, and I don't know how we might pass that rule from public to private. I don't know how we can change into that form of idea.
What are your thoughts about varsity athletes starting to get paid in the 2020 school year?
I don't think that's a bad idea, since most kids our age are varsity athletes, and most kids in high school don't have a job. So.
Do you think it's fair to the other kids who don't play sports?
I guess it's kind of a reward for playing sports other than just the athleticism and stuff that comes with it.
Will you be participating in Bring Your Pet to School Day on November 31st?
Yeah, I think that I would take part in that, because there's been a lot of studies about how bringing certain pets to school helps people relieve from stress. And I think especially with tests, a lot of people are stressed, and I think that could definitely help the morale and people's thoughts and how they feel in school, and I think that could be a good thing.
What pet will you be bringing to school?
I would bring a dog, because they are very versatile and a lot of people like them. They could help a lot more people than, let's say, a bird or a cat.
That wraps up this week's episode of World News Now. Tune in next time for more. Now, let's send it back to your anchors with the rest of your show.
Yeah, that looked pretty informative.
I agree. It looked like they had a lot of fun with that. So, Steven, have you heard about the Can Drive fundraiser Miss Kimmick is holding?
Yes, I've heard it's for a very good cause.
Yeah, it sure is. Let's send it to Jenna for more information on that.
Since 2012, CNY native Lawrence Siegel has been collecting bottles and cans in order to donate the money to cancer research. Sarah Kimmick, a teacher here at Oswego High School, has become involved with helping Siegel and is very passionate about contributing to the cause in any way she can.
So Cans for Cancer got started by a man named Lawrence Siegel. He had one too many people in his family be affected by cancer. Grandmothers, mothers, aunts, cousins, I believe, and they had breast cancer, but luckily they survived. But his best friend was Rod Roddy, the announcer from The Price is Right, the come on down guy, and he unfortunately was battling colon, prostate, and breast cancer and passed away. And so Lawrence really wants to bring awareness to cancer and cancer screenings to people. He wants people to be aware that men can get breast cancer as well. Men have breast tissue, so they can get breast cancer. It's not as common in men, but it absolutely can still happen. And he started Cans for Cancer, or Cans for a Cure, and realized that, you know, money adds up, so every can counts.
Siegel says he got sick of watching family members and friends battle cancer, and he also was sick of hearing that there was no money for cancer research in Syracuse, while people spent money on items such as alcohol, cigarettes, lottery tickets, and chewing tobacco. He hopes to show people that bottles and cans are thrown away every day when they could easily help people fighting cancer.
I got involved with this because I've known Lawrence for a few years. I go to the fair a lot, and I would see him there, and I would bring my cans and bottles to him. And this year I helped him at the fair, and I realized that it's pretty backbreaking work, and I saw how devoted he was to doing this, and I just realized I could do more. And I was thinking about our school and where were our cans and bottles going, and I just thought, you know, they could be going to something good. So got permission to get it going, and now it's happening. The money that we're collecting gets divided amongst 3 organizations: the Upstate Cancer Center, the American Cancer Society, and the Carol M. Baldwin Foundation. And each can that we collect is actually worth 6 cents, so the money that we're getting is actually more than someone would get just returning them on their own. If students in the high school want to help contribute to this, they can throw their cans and bottles, their returnable cans and bottles, into the bin that I have down in the cafeteria. It's near the microwave, and right now it's a gray bin. It's soon to be purple, because purple or lavender represents all cancers and awareness. So that will hopefully be purple soon, and they can throw them there. If they want to, they can come to my room. I'm 192, and I have a little thing that's currently overflowing, which is a great problem to have, and they can donate their bottles there as well. I just want to add that I think everyone can make a difference, and it starts with something small. So just the decision to be conscious about where you're putting your cans and bottles. Instead of throwing them into the garbage, they can be worth something, and they can make a difference in someone's life. So throw them in the purple bin or in my classroom, and we can make a difference together.
Anyone who wishes to help can bring cans and bottles to the purple bin in the OHS cafeteria, to Miss Kimmick's room, or directly to Bottles End in Solve, where 6 cents for each bottle goes directly to cancer research.
It's great to raise awareness for such a good cause.
It really is. That wraps up this edition of the 315. Have a great week, OHS.